Hi, Jake. It's good to see you. Hope things have gone well for you in the pause. Um, Noticed on Instagram that you put up a photo of you and a wife. So I'm guessing you got married in the pause. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we had a wedding. I mean, planned for Cabo. That all got canceled, but we still want to get married. So we just kept our normal date, and my family drove down from Michigan, and her family drove over from. She lives on the other side of the state in Florida. Her mom does. So we just kind of had our families come and had a little dinner and tried to do it as safely as we could, and still have some sort of little celebration.
Yeah, Jacob, congratulations, by the way.
Thanks.
The thought here is, you guys were a team that was hoping to play your way in back in March when it paused, and now you come back and you're in. You have a chance. The chance exists. You see it in front of you now. How much has that changed the belief on this team and what you guys believe you are capable of doing? Because now it's very evident what you have to do, as opposed to just hoping that you'll be able to do it.
Yeah, I mean it's a unique circumstance. I think I don't know if everybody's really fully knows how to wrap their head around this or the way to think to go about it, I guess. But we felt like we were building pretty much from the start of the year. We continued to get better, kept learning about ourselves and what we needed to do, and we thought we were trending in the right direction where we were going to get the chance to be right there on the doorstep of getting in, and wanted to get in. And when we got in, we knew we'd be in a pretty similar situation of being, I mean, one of the few teams in, one of the wild card teams or the last teams in. So, and now it's kind of everybody's in the same situation of coming off this break, and you're in. It's, I guess, more of a level playing field than it's ever been before. With no one knows how to handle this break. No one's been through this. Coaches don't know the proper way to do it. Players don't know. Just try to do your best every day to get back to, I mean, the best game shape, the best, I guess, get your game back to the best place you can in the short period of time that you have.
Hi, Jake. I asked Quinny this. I would ask you the same thing. How would you assess your season? The first 70 games you played, you came here in the trade. Expectations were very high. Were you okay, pleased, satisfied with how you played? And where do you see yourself now as you go into, this new season?
I think there's a lot of adjustments. I mean, I came in not, I guess, not really knowing. I've never been traded, never really gone to another team. So there's definitely, I mean, as much as I wanted to tell myself I was trying to be as comfortable as I could, I was definitely uncomfortable. And I have the type of personality where it takes me a while to adjust and really get comfortable with the teammates and new coaches and all that. So I think even just coming back from the break and being more comfortable with everyone, I mean, I feel way better. I think going forward, I'll be in a much better spot. I did a lot of learning about myself, I guess, and how I transition, and I feel a lot better now than I did coming in, I guess, day one. I feel like this break really helped me kind of reset and reflect on what I do and how I need to play and what I do when I play best, and that's kind of just what I need to get back to.
Hi, Jacob. I'm just curious, as a player that has more playoff experience than any of the other defensemen that you're out there with, what kind of advice do you give to the younger guys, or any helpful tips going into this bizarre playoff experience? At least you've been in a postseason before.
I mean, I don't know. The biggest thing in the postseason is the fans and the crowd. Obviously, I think not having that, I don't know how that's going to impact. Obviously, the speed of the game, it's more physical. The game changes a little bit, it turns up a notch, but a lot of that I feel like is predicated off the crowd and like the environment you're in. So I really don't know. I mean, myself going into it, I've never played a game in front of no fans. I don't think anybody really has in a long time. So how that all is going to play out, I think it's going to be really reliant on your teammates and I guess the bench to really keep the energy and the pace of the game up. So in that sense, it's going to be different, but at the same time, it's definitely a playoff game, and you're playing for something, and you got to find a way to build your own energy as a team. And I think being a young team, I think we have a better chance of doing that. We're kind of young and playing freely, don't really have many expectations, so I think that's something that can work for us.
Yeah, hi Jake. Quinny said that you didn't seem to have a lot of access to a lot of, trappings to stay in shape, and you found a way to stay in shape. Can you just talk to us a little bit about like what you were lacking? Did you have ice? Did you have gyms? Did you have where you were? I mean, did you have difficulty like getting workout stuff? And a follow up to that is Florida being a place that's the virus is kind of spiking right now. I mean, how do you feel about being able to stay safe while you were down there and now coming back up to New York?
Yeah, so I mean, we tried to balance, being responsible and trying to stay in the best shape you could. I mean, obviously at different points it was different. My wife was in the hospital for the start of it, and then she got pulled out. But I mean, during that time, we were both pretty serious about staying at home and not going out with her, obviously being in the hospital. So at that time, I was pretty much just doing stuff out on the balcony, trying to do whatever I could, because we didn't feel like it was right to go out and go to the gym or do anything with just her being in the hospital. We didn't think that was the right thing to do. So at that time, we were kind of really doing the quarantine thing, and then as we felt things got safer and were responsible, we kind of, they closed down the gym at my apartment building. Obviously, all the gyms were closed down, so we kind of found our own way. Got into yoga, started doing a lot of yoga, and then eventually the gyms and stuff opened back up, and we obviously got ice and all that. So once that all started, it was somewhat back to normal, I guess. I don't think you'd say it's completely back to normal, but just find a way to stay busy and do stuff and keep your body active.
Hey Jacob, thanks for doing this and congratulations.
Thanks.
Obviously, I follow you on social media, so I noticed that you had got married. I also noticed, and I'm curious just to get some quick thoughts from you, that when a lot of the social unrest was going on, that you were a little vocal about it on Twitter, just wanted to kind of say your piece. Just why was that important to you to kind of speak up at that time?
I think it's an important time in the world. I guess a different time in the world. It was very positive to see a lot of athletes and hockey players speak up. I mean, that's a big, I guess, piece of how change comes about, is people using their voices and recognizing and reflecting. I think I myself did some reflecting on, I guess, my past, my thoughts, and looking at things from other people's views and perspectives. And I think that's something that everyone can do a little bit more of, and just try to advance the world, make it a little bit of a better place.